Good morning, my friends. Today I wanted to read to you Over and Under the Pond. This is written by Kate Mesner, illustrated by Christopher Silas Neal. Let's get started. Over and under the pond. Over the pond, we slide, splashing through lily pads and sweeping through the reeds. Do you see that they're over the pond? And here are the lily pads, and these are called reeds. The water is a mirror reflecting the sky. Sunshine and clouds, then a shadow below. What's down there, I ask. Under the pond, Mom says. Look at all those. Under the pond is a whole hidden world of minnows and crayfish, turtles and bullfrogs. We're paddling over them now. So do you guys see that all the pond animals are under the pond and the mom and son are over the pond? Over the pond, we skim past tall rushes, whirligig beetles loop and twirl, skaters on a warm summer surface. Under the pond, minnows dart through waving forest of grass, while a brook trout lurks, ready to lunge. So here are all the whirligig beetles looping and twirling. Now, is the mom and son up the pond, above, or are they below? I think they're above the pond, over the pond. Over the pond, we lift and dip and pull past a row of painted turtles on a waterlogged tree. 1, 2, 3. They slip off and away, splash, gurgle, sploosh, under the pond. So you see that they're going under the pond? And the ducks are over the pond. Same with the mom and son on a boat, and same with the reeds and the birds, they're over the pond. Over the pond, cattails rustle and shush in the wind. Listen close. Cockle-a-ree. Red-winged blackbirds race by. One has grass for her nest. Under the pond, a caddisfly larva builds a home of her own, a secret shelter of pebbles and sand. Do you see her right there? And then you guys see the birds building their nest above the pond. And the larva is under the pond. Over the pond, the shadows of trees lean out from the shore. We coast under a low-hanging branch. A moose looks up with a mouth full of water. Lilies, we've interrupted his lunch. Look at that moose eating all the water lilies. And look at all these beautiful lily pads above the pond. Ooh. Under the pond, beavers dive deep. They pump with powerful tails and rise to the surface with delectable roots from the mud. Now look at here, the beaver is under the pond. And look at all the roots he's eating. That's going to be a delicious lunch. Over the pond, the wind gives us a push and stirs the light, dappled leaves on shore. There on a branch, a new goldfinch teeters, finally ready to fly. See, look at the little teeter bird. He's getting ready to fly. Now, is the bird over the pond or under the pond? He's over the pond. Under the pond, Tadpoles are changing and learning to hop. They're losing their tails, growing legs, and growing up. See the tadpoles? Starting from just a little tadpole. And then look, he's getting legs, and now he's a frog. Over the pond, there at the shore, tall and silent and still, a great blue heron stares down into the deep. It tenses, takes one long-legged step. There he is over there, herons. What do you think he's looking for? Let's find out. And he strikes. Look what he grabbed. What is that? It catches a wiggling quicksilver minnow from where it was hiding under the pond. Now, do you remember when I read about minnows yesterday? They love to swim as a school of fish. They love to swim together under the pond. Over the pond, we dripped, heads tipped up to the sun, and a woodpecker clings to a teetering pine. He's right over here, digging for ants. Woodpeckers love to eat ants for lunch. Under the pond, an otter. Look at the otter. Claws for fresh water mussels. Now look at all those mussels down there. Mussels are delicious. Over the pond, a sleepy dragonfly lands for a rest. His spindly legs tickle my knee. Now look at, there's the dragonfly on his knee, and it's tickling him. Under the pond, dragonfly larvae watch what swims by. They catch minnows in monster fast jaws. Look at that. Look at how fast they're catching their fish. Over the pond, the shadows stretch. Ospreys circle on a quiet wings. Raccoons and mink stalk the shoreline for supper. Under the pond, with a flip of a tail, a crayfish disappears in the dark. Over the pond, we head for home. We glide, swish and bump, right up onto shore as a far-off loom calls good night. The sky turns from sunset to dusk to dark. Night settles over the pond, and the prowling catfish and drowsy turtles, the scuttling crayfish and tadpoles turned into frogs, wading herons and stalking raccoons. Look at that. And the hidden world above the pond. I hope you guys enjoyed that book today. We learned about what is over the pond and what is under the pond. Thank you for taking the time today, friends. Have a wonderful day.